I'm Erin Casey, and I'm the owner of Erin Claire. So I opened in May of 2020. I actually was ready in March to open the doors, and that's when everything closed. So it was actually a good thing to have those couple extra months to just, button up everything else and get more ready, prepared. The store is a collection of clothing, jewelry, gifts, locally made crafts and artwork. I try to find things that are unique that you won't find at, the big box stores. Somebody touches something, I tell them who it was that made it and where they live. Or, this company raises funds for, hurricane relief. It makes it that much more special for people to shop somewhere where they get the experience. When I first started, there was only a couple companies that I even knew about, or local crafters. And as I've been here, it's grown, so it becomes a lot harder to decide on what I want, being that I have so many different tastes too, and how to mesh that and make it still make sense here. I do get a lot of compliments with, oh wow, this is so unique, but I love to have local artists because that's a passion of mine, to support local art. I actually dabble in the arts myself, but I definitely was, that it was something I planned on doing, is support the local arts and the community. I'd like to have a hand in the community, not just having their stuff here, but I donate to different, organizations and events. What I did before and what made me want to open, I've worked in retail in different levels. I've worked at Tommy Hilfiger as a manager, key holder for years, and 9 West, and then I worked at a small shop in Portsmouth. So I had experience from big corporate and small, one-owned. When I worked for the big stores, Tommy Hilfiger, it was harder to be like, oh, I can do this. But then once I had that transition of working for a small, single-owned, store, I was like, wow, for the balance of everything I learned, with merchandising, these big giant companies, and that, I said, oh, I can do this. I actually sold a house and had an opportunity and said, all right, I'm gonna do it myself. When I first opened, I got a message from a friend that I haven't heard from in over 20 years. And she said, I can remember when we were in a little shop in, I forget, maybe even North Conway or somewhere. I was probably 17 or 18, and she said, you said in that shop I wanted to open a store like this one day. It has been something I've always wanted to do. I picked Dover because I kept hearing Dover's up and coming, Dover's, changing, and so it was in my head, and I said, let me do some more research when I got more close to getting ready to open a store. And I talked to the town, and they were super helpful. They gave me all kinds of information on how it's growing and the projects they're doing around, and the Children's Museum, and how much people come to town for that, and the apple harvest and all that. So I'm like, oh, Dover's the place. Dover's where I have to be. I would love my name to become something that people knew, my logo to be something that people recognize. I love it being small, so I'm a little hesitant on it being too gigantic, because then I lose my personal touch to it, But my main focus is just to give the people of Dover and the people in local areas just unique things. They can come in for a gift, they can chat with me. It's really, really a passion of mine to have it be a physical brick and mortar store. The online thing, people need that connection. So as long as I can do that with the locals and have relationships, and I'm seeing all kinds of new people and regulars and their pets. That's really what I'm focused on right now. And if it becomes bigger, I'll try to grow with it. If it becomes too big, I'll just, we'll see where it goes.